started when you said hello. Just did something to me, and I've been in a daze ever since the day that we met. You took the breath out of my lungs, can't even fight it, and all of the words out of my mouth without even trying. And I'm speechless, staring at you standing there in that dress. What it's doing to me ain't a secret, 'cause watching you is all that I can do. And I'm speechless, you already know that you're my weakness. After all this time I'm just as nervous every time you walk into the room. I'm speechless, yeah, baby. It's always on a night like tonight, I thank God you can read my mind, 'cause when you look at me with those eyes, I'm speechless. You're standing there in that dress. Girl, it ain't a secret, 'cause watching you is all that I can do. Oh, I'm speechless. You already know that you're my weakness. After all this time I'm just as nervous every time you walk into the room. I'm speechless. Oh, you know it, baby.
Day starts with a coffee and ends with a wine. Takes forever getting ready, so she's never on time for anything. When she gets that come get me look in her eyes, well, it kinda scares me the way that she drives me wild. She drives me wild. Beautiful, crazy, she can't help but amaze me. The way that she dances, ain't afraid to take chances, and wears her heart on her sleeve. Yeah, she's crazy, but her crazy's beautiful to me. She makes plans for the weekend, can't wait to go out, till she changes her mind, says let's stay on the couch and watch TV. And she falls asleep. Beautiful, crazy, she can't help but amaze me. The way that she dances, ain't afraid to take chances, and wears her heart on her sleeve. Yeah, she's crazy, but her crazy's beautiful to me. She's unpredictable, unforgettable. It's unusual, unbelievable, how I'm such a fool. Yeah, I'm such a fool for her. Beautiful, crazy, she can't.
this is not another dream.
Members and guests, please welcome to the 2022-2023 North Dakota FFA State Officer Team.
Waiting for
State Parliamentarian Wyatt Kirsten. State Parliamentarian Wyatt Kirsten. State Senator Jacob Benner.
Damn, I can't believe. I talked you into slipping down the hall, baby, turn it on. Your playlist you play when you're in the
State
shower.
Reporter Faith
Talked you
Norman.
into taking up I'll be more than just a fable. I'll be written in the stars. I will never be too afraid to bleed, giving all of me even when it's hard. Oh, I started as an ember who was made for kerosene, and now I'm raging like as cool as it would through everything I see. And it goes something like, I'm victorious. It's my time. There's no stopping this, 'cause I was born for this. I do it for the glory.
The convention hall will come to order. We're now holding the first session of the 94th North Dakota FFA State Convention. Madam Vice President, are all officers at their stations?
Roll of officers. Determine if they are at their stations and report back to you, Madam President. The parliamentarian.
Here by a copy of Robert's Rules of Order.
Your duties there.
It is my obligation to know and share information about parliamentary law and assist members in proper meeting procedures and etiquette to ensure we accomplish the business of the chapter. I assure that every member will be heard and that the majority will prevail.
The sentinel.
Stationed by the door.
Your duties there.
Through this door pass many friends of the FFA. It is my duty to see that the door is open to our friends at all times and that they're welcome. I care for the meeting room and paraphernalia. I strive to keep the room comfortable and assist the president in maintaining order.
The reporter.
The reporter is stationed by the flag.
Why by the flag?
As the flag covers the United States of America, so I strive to inform the people in order that every man, woman, and child may know that the FFA is a national organization that reaches from the state of Alaska to the Virgin Islands and from the state of Maine to Hawaii.
The treasurer.
Stationed at the emblem of Washington.
Your duties there.
I keep a record of receipts and disbursements, just as Washington kept his farm accounts, carefully and accurately. I encourage thrift among the members and strive to build our financial standings through savings and investments. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he's financially independent.
The secretary.
Stationed by the ear of corn.
Your duties there.
I keep an accurate record of all meetings and correspond with other secretaries wherever corn is grown and FFA members meet.
The advisor.
Here by the owl.
Why by the owl?
The owl is a time-honored emblem of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I'm asked to advise you from time to time as the need arises. I hope that my advice will always be based on true knowledge and ripen with wisdom. Madam Vice President, why do you keep a plow at your station?
The plow is a symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in directing the work of our organization. I preside over meetings in the absence of our president, whose place is beneath the rising sun.
Why is the president so stationed?
The rising sun is a token of a new era in agriculture. If we will follow the leadership of our president, we shall be led out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. Madam President, all officers are at their stations.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. The Secretary will call the roll of members.
There are 1,347 members, advisors, and guests present. Madam President.
Thank you. FFA members, why are we here? To practice brotherhood, honor agricultural opportunities and responsibilities, and develop those qualities of leadership which an FFA membership possesses. May we accomplish our purposes, I now declare this session of the 94th North Dakota FFA State Convention duly open for the transaction of business or attention to any matters which may properly be presented. FFA members, advisors, and guests, welcome to the 2023 North Dakota FFA State Convention. How excited are we to be here this week? Let me hear you. FFA, we are here and ready to have the best state convention in the history of North Dakota FFA. The state officers have worked very hard to bring this amazing week to life. So let's not waste any more time, and I call upon Grace Soline of the New Salem FFA chapter for the reflection.
Please assume an attitude of prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for giving us the opportunity to gather here today. Thank you for protecting us as we have traveled and providing an opportunity to meet, learn, and grow. As we begin our convention, we dedicate this time to you. Please bless those who are competing to be concise and clear-minded as they compete this week. We pray for the advisors, members, and volunteers who made this convention possible. Thank you to the friends and family who have supported and encouraged these individuals. Help us to respect one another in all outcomes. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Thank you for that wonderful reflection, Grace. Let's take a moment now and appreciate the presentation of colors by the Maddock A.S. Gibbons FFA chapter as Anna Palmer of the Hebron FFA chapter sings our national anthem. Please stand at this time and remember to remain standing until the flags are retired.
See by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
As we celebrate the 94th North Dakota State FFA Convention, we recognize our friends here at NDSU who welcome us onto their campus each and every year. FFA, get ready for a warm welcome from the North Dakota Vice President of Agricultural Affairs, Dr. Greg Lardy.
Good evening, FFA members, chapter advisors, and guests. We want to welcome you to our campus here on the campus of North Dakota State University. We're so proud that you're here and being with us for this week. We look forward to interacting with you and the variety of the career development contests that you have and all the other activities that you'll be doing. There's no greater time to be involved in a career in agriculture. And so when you look at the opportunities that are in front of you as students, I want to encourage you to dream big, to look for those lofty goals that you have as you look toward your future. And I also want to invite you at any time, if you've got questions about the majors we offer at NDSU, specifically in agriculture or with any of the other colleges that we have here on campus, to reach out to one of our faculty members, reach out to me. We would love to have a conversation about you, about the opportunities that are here at NDSU. And when you look toward the future, as I said, dream big. Think about all the different opportunities that you've got involved in agriculture and food production. And on behalf of President Cook and his administrative team, I want to welcome you here. If there's anything we can do to make your stay more comfortable during the convention week that you're here, please let us know. We want to be sure we accommodate you. And also want to give a special shout out to my home chapter, the Golden Valley County FFA chapter here. I got a wonderful experience in FFA. I had a wonderful advisor, and I know that that prepared me well for my career in agriculture. So again, on behalf of President Cook and our administrative team, welcome to North Dakota State University campus. Welcome to the activities that you'll have here this week, and go Bison.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lardy, for the welcome and for your support of agriculture education and FFA. We'll now hear from the man who produces the future of agriculture education teachers and FFA advisors in North Dakota, the Associate Professor of Agriculture Education, Dr. Adam Marks.
Well, welcome North Dakota FFA members and agricultural education students to your 2023 convention. Welcome home to your NDSU home for the next 3.5 days. Our community, as Dr. Lardy said, is happy and excited to share our beautiful campus with you. So just like your real home, remember, while you're here, explore where you can, find out new things about yourself, share with others, mind your manners, right? Get some rest, leave this place better than you found it, and leave us a better version of you. So how do you do that? Well, honestly, that's the whole purpose of FFA, isn't it? Let's look at the FFA creed for a couple of lines that stand out. I believe in my own ability to work efficiently and think clearly with such knowledge and skill as I can secure. And one of the final lines, I can exert an influence in my home and community which will stand solid for my part in that inspiring task. You can secure knowledge and skills and be inspired through the career fair tomorrow, tours, student success workshops, and meeting new people everywhere you look. So we can accomplish this one right now. So I want you to look around for one person that you know near where you're sitting. Don't get up. That'd be chaos. And one person that you don't know so well. And give them a high five or a fist bump. No smacks on the forehead or anything like that. All right. So, you're building your network. I also want you to reflect on the influence exerted on you by Ag Ed, FFA, and your teachers. Let's give your ag teachers a big round of applause for all they do. Your ag teachers, their path and trek in this agriculture world is truly an inspiring task. Without teachers, none of this ag ed and FFA world would be possible. Just like you, my journey to this point in my life is largely thanks to the ag teachers in both high school and college that I had. They are responsible for building me up and creating a home for me in the most important industry. The next time you're inspired by an ag teacher, think how cool of a career that is. And then come talk to Dr. Brooke Thiel or myself, because we'd love to have you. Excellent people make excellent teachers, and you're already excellent people. For a bit more on that, check out 2 workshops held tomorrow by Michaela and Maddie. You'll get a lot out of that experience with them as well. So, we hope you'll see this as your home this week and in the future. NDSU is here for you to help you make the most of your journey and turn your blue and gold into green and gold. So, enjoy your week, North Dakota FFA. And as Dr. Lardy just said, go Bison.
Thank you, Dr. Marks, for your continued contributions to the North Dakota FFA and agriculture education. One of the best parts about this amazing convention is the fact that we get to see so many friends and FFA family from across the country. One of these friends is here with us this week, all the way from the state of Virginia. North Dakota FFA, let's give a huge welcome to our National FFA President, Andrew Seibel.
North Dakota FFA, how are we feeling on the very first night of the 94th North Dakota FFA State Convention? Good. We all have a very big opportunity in front of us this week. A lot of chances to compete in competitions, go to workshops, make memories, make friends, and create an impact. But we need to make sure we don't take that opportunity for granted. Now, when I get to speak at the beginning of state conventions, I always think about the opportunity that lies ahead of us and making sure that we realize just how special it is. Just by a show of hands, how many of us have ever heard the saying, "You don't know a good thing until it's gone"? Okay, a few of us. When I hear that saying, "You don't know a good thing until it's gone," I'm instantly transported back. I'm in 2nd grade, and I'm standing in my grandmother's attic looking at this old hand-me-down guitar. My entire life, y'all, my entire life, I wanted to play guitar. I thought I was going to be the next Garth Brooks. I thought I was going to be the next rock star. And when I was in 2nd grade, that day finally came. My dad and I, we took this guitar, we took it down to our wood shop, we built a new fretboard for it, put some strings on it so it could play some music, and I got to go to my very first guitar lesson. I got in the back of our old Chevy Suburban, I put that guitar on my lap, and I rode down to the first lesson. I got out of the car, I had some pep in my step because I was going to be the next Garth Brooks. I walked into the academy, and I met with a handshake. In the words, "Welcome to the Blue Ridge Academy of Music. My name is Jason." Now that day, I thought I was going to be the next rock star. I thought I was going to be this amazing guitar player, but I was walking away with something so much more valuable. I was walking away with a friend, a mentor, and somebody who'd be a huge part of my life for the next 10 years, and my guitar teacher, Mr. Cohen. Over the next decade, Mr. Cohen and I's 30-minute lessons would routinely go over 3 hours as we talked about our friends, our family, our dogs, basically anything besides guitar. And he was such an impactful person in my upbringing. Now, this is great to look back on in retrospect, but the truth is, while I was going through this time, I lost just how valuable this opportunity was. Sometimes I wouldn't practice. I'd show up late occasionally, and I let the ordinary nature of a Tuesday lesson every single week lose its value on me. Flash forward 10 years, it's January of 2020. I get out of that same car, but this time I'm driving it because I'm old enough to drive it. I walk into that music academy. I met with that same handshake I've been met with every single Tuesday, and we go in to our guitar lesson. Now this time, I was really excited because we'd finally got into Garth Brooks. My dream was coming true. I was gonna be that rock star, and we're going through our music lesson, and I just feel something. Something just feels different about tonight, and I can't quite put my finger on it. I'm sure we've all experienced that before where something just doesn't feel right, but we don't really know what it is. I look behind me, and all the soundproofing that's been in the studio for my entire career, it looks the same. All those guitars that have been sitting beside me all these years, they look the same, but something just feels so different about tonight. We're going through the song, and Mr. Cohen stops. He turns the page, he sighs, and he says, "Andrew, never in my life did I imagine a student who came in our first year of business would outlive my business. We're going under." My world stopped in that instant. My mind started racing. How could this be happening? How could he be losing his business? How could I have been playing guitar for 10 years and still be this bad at it? My mind raced as the reality that this era was coming to a close came to the forefront of my world. 1 month later, I had my last guitar lesson. I walked in, I had that same handshake, and we had one last 3-hour lesson where we talked about life, we talked about our friends, we talked about our dogs, we talked about the future without each other, and that was it. I walked outside, I got into that same car I came to my first lesson in, and I drove home. And I thought to myself how much I'd wasted that opportunity by not appreciating it while it was happening. Can we do me a huge favor and let's stand up if this is our very first state FFA convention? Awesome. Now let's stand up if this is our last state FFA convention. I know, it's really sad. Let's go ahead and sit back down and think about that. Whether this is our first convention, our last convention, or somewhere in between, we have 3 days to create memories, create an impact, and take advantage of the opportunity in front of us. North Dakota FFA, I cannot wait to spend the next few days with y'all, getting to know y'all, eating with y'all, just the casual times of making memories, having fun, and creating that legacy. Thank you so much for your time and attention, and I cannot wait to spend the next few days with y'all.
Thank you, Andrew, for spending this week at convention here with us. Members, be sure to take the opportunity to learn some outstanding skills from Andrew at his workshop Tuesday morning at 10:30 a.m. and Wednesday morning at 9:30 a.m. in Memorial Union Ballroom B. There will also be other workshops going on both days, so be sure to check your convention app or the convention program for more details. As members, we need advice from those who have been involved in this organization much longer than we have. FFA, let's give a huge round of applause for the owl herself, also known as the State FFA Advisor, Mrs. Nikki Fiddle-Die-Doll.
North Dakota FFA members, advisors, and friends, we're excited to bring you to the 94th North Dakota FFA State Convention. The next 3 days are packed full of opportunities. From sessions, student success workshops, career development events, the college and career fair, nightly entertainment, and so much more. I hope that each and every one of you take advantage of these opportunities so you make the most of your time this week. Now, putting on an event of this magnitude takes a lot of behind-the-scenes work. Please join me in thanking our administrative assistant, Mrs. Rebecca Dubin, and our executive secretary, Mr. Craig Cleven, for all of their hard work. If I could have all of the FFA advisors in the room, please stand. Members, your advisors have dedicated countless hours behind the scenes to make this week a success, so please continue to thank them throughout the week. We also get the opportunity to thank and celebrate the 7 state FFA officers for their leadership this year. If you get a moment, stop and thank them for their dedication to the North Dakota FFA Association.
Throughout these recent years, there have been many unsung heroes. These heroes are ordinary people who do extraordinary things. Now join us in celebrating some of these heroes nominated to receive the honorary FFA degree. It is always an honor to recognize our valued FFA alumni and supporters with the honorary FFA degree. The purpose of the ceremony is to recognize from time to time the efforts of others made on our behalf. Madam Secretary, would you please read the section of the National Constitution which provides for the honorary FFA degree?
Honorary FFA degree. Farmers, school superintendents, principals, members of boards of education, chapter advisors, teachers, staff members, and agriculture education, business people, and others who are helping to advance agriculture education and the FFA, and who have rendered outstanding service may be elected to receive an honorary FFA degree by a majority vote of the members present at any regular meeting or convention.
Tonight's honorary awards are sponsored by the North Dakota Farm Bureau. Would a representative please come forward to help hand out these awards? Madam Secretary, will you introduce those who are to receive this honor?
Madam President, members, and guests, I am pleased to read the following names. Dr. Dave Franzen. Dave is the NDSU Extension Soil Service Specialist. Dave has served as the official and helped coordinate the NDFFA state land judging event for over 20 years. His dedication to FFA extends to writing the FFA State Land Judging Handbook and conducting numerous workshops for FFA advisors to learn more about land judging and soil types in North Dakota. Thank you, Dave, for your outstanding service and dedication to North Dakota FFA. Linnell Bachmeyer. Linnell is a retired teacher. Linnell has logged endless hours volunteering with North Dakota FFA as a judge in many capacities, especially in the floriculture CDE for many years. She has volunteered several hours as a judge at district leadership events and North Dakota Leadership Development Day. Thank you, Linnell, for your countless hours of volunteer service to North Dakota FFA. Isaac Sondrel. Isaac is a farmer, coach, and IMCA modified car racer. If you are looking for a strong FFA alumni and supporter, Isaac is your person. For over 10 years, his talents and resources have been used as a judge for the Agricultural Sales CDE and for numerous other state FFA events. Thank you, Isaac, for your service and dedication to North Dakota FFA. Galen and Bonnie Sharesky. Galen and Bonnie farm and own Sharesky Egg Service. Since 2008, they, along with several of their employees, have volunteered as judges for the Agricultural Sales CDE. Bonnie has judged the FFA static exhibits at the North Dakota State Fair for many years. Their commitment to FFA also focuses on developing members' potential for career success. Thank you, Galen and Bonnie, for your service and dedication to North Dakota FFA. Mark Hovland. Mark is the general manager of the Fessenden Co-op Association. Mark manages locations in Fessenden, New Rockford, Carrington, Esmond, Maddock, Harlow, Cheyenne, Oberon, and Hamburg. Through his management, Mark has served as an excellent resource for FFA advisors and FFA chapters, and has hired many members. Thank you, Mark, for your commitment to helping ND FFA members develop their careers. Nikki Fiddledye Dahl. Nikki is the State Supervisor for Agriculture Education and is the NDFFA State Advisor. As a former agriculture education teacher and current state staff member, she has provided professional development to teachers, chaired several committees, helped lead numerous FFA events, and served as a mentor for countless teachers. Thank you, Nikki, for your dedication and service to North Dakota FFA.
I welcome you as friends of the FFA. It is my privilege as Sentinel to extend to each of you the symbolic handclasp of friendship and brotherhood.
As a reporter, I am pleased to inform you that the FFA is a national youth organization whose purpose is to develop agricultural leaders. Congratulations on this honor.
Your contribution as a useful citizen in our democracy serves as an example for members to follow. As treasurer, I thank you for your service to our organization.
The FFA needs counsel and guidance from recognized leaders. It is my pleasure as secretary to add your names to our roll of honorary FFA degree recipients. As Vice President, I thank you for all that you have provided to the FFA. I would inform you that our members learn to appreciate the dignity of labor. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. On behalf of every member, I wish to say we are proud to have you as honorary FFA degree recipients. May this recognition prove valuable to all. I impress upon you that we look to you for counsel and guidance. It is because of the great respect we have for you that you have been elected to receive the honorary FFA degree. May we always cooperate for the benefit of all. I now confer upon you the honorary FFA degree of the North Dakota FFA Association and present you with this as recognition of this extreme honor. North Dakota has a lot to be proud of when it comes to our membership. This year, we have set a new all-time record of 7,994 members. North Dakota FFA is very proud to add one new chapter this year to our organization for a total of 93. The new chapter is the Drayton FFA chapter. Welcome to our FFA family. Would their chapter advisor, Mr. Riddle, and the chapter members please come forward to receive their charter? Congratulations again to the Drayton FFA chapter. We look forward to your continued involvement with the North Dakota FFA. So many people this past year were service-oriented. They came out in waves to help those in their community through service projects for those in need. In fact, we're now going to honor some chapters who are striving to feed the world through the FFA Food for America program. This program encourages chapters to promote a greater understanding of agriculture with elementary students. Let's hear from Regan Jones for these awards.
The ND Agri Women sponsor awards for outstanding programs in the education of youth about agriculture. The traveling trophy is given in memory of Barbara Mueller. Would a representative with the ND Agro Women please come forward to help hand out the award? Will a representative from each chapter please join us on stage? Divide County. Scranton. And Rugby. And the Outstanding Food for America chapter to receive a $200 check from the ND Agro Women and take possession of the traveling Golden Apple Trophy is the Scranton FFA chapter. Their Egg in the Classroom after-school program strives to educate the elementary about where their food comes from and how agriculture relates to their everyday life. The project committee works to choose a different topic to cover each month with their target audience of kindergarten through 4th grade students. Their after-school program includes a snack that relates to agriculture, an agricultural-themed lesson, and hands-on activity. Congratulations, Scranton, on being our 2023 Food for America chapter.
North Dakota FFA is filled with the best of the best in FFA. It is now time to announce the top chapters receiving the Superior Chapter Award. As we know, FFA is filled with many team and individual awards, but this is one award that recognizes the chapter as a whole. Let's hear this year's results.
The State Superior Chapter Award is sponsored by Proceed. Will a representative please join us on stage to help hand out these awards? We ask that one member from each chapter come up on stage to receive this award. Divide County. Garrison. Killdeer. Larimore. Maddock A.S. Gibbons. Mandan. Max. Napoleon. New Salem, Richland 44, Scranton, South Prairie, Velva, and Wahpeton. These chapters are recognized as North Dakota FFA Superior Chapters and have completed Form 1 of the National Chapter Award application, showcasing successful programs of activities. Congratulations to all these outstanding chapters.
The National Chapter Award Program is designed to recognize the FFA chapters that actively implement the mission and strategies of the organization. These chapters improve chapter operations utilizing the National Quality Chapter Standards and the program of activities that emphasizes growing leaders, building communities, and strengthening agriculture. These chapter applications will advance to national judging. Let's hear who this year's gold, silver, and bronze chapters are.
We ask that one member from each chapter come up on stage to receive this award. The bronze chapters are Scranton, New Salem, and Killdeer. The silver chapters are Napoleon and Richland 44. The gold chapters are Wahpeton, Garrison, and Max. Today, we recognize the top 3 chapters with innovative activities in each of the 3 program of activity divisions: growing leaders, building communities, and strengthening agriculture. The premier chapter finalists in growing leaders are Killdeer for their etiquette meal activity. Killdeer FFA wanted to teach members about proper dining etiquette to prepare them for professional settings. Over 35 members attended this event. Richland 44 for their Colts Care Community Service Day. Members wanted to build unity and school spirit among students while making an impact in their community. 105 students and 14 staff completed 12 projects. Scranton for their mentorship program. Scranton FFA started a mentorship program where older students met with their mentees for 30 minutes. 36 elementary students were mentored by 32 FFA members. The premier chapter winner in Growing Leaders is the Richland 44 FFA chapter. The premier chapter finalists in building communities are Scranton for their Yesterday Farmers Partnership activity. Scranton FFA wanted to sprout a relationship between the community, FFA chapter, and local elementary students. 27% of FFA members and 18 elementary students participated. Richland 44 for their Boards for Boredom activity. Richland 44 members built handmade checkerboards and collaborated with their school's SCCLA chapter to make pouches for the game pieces. 19 handmade checkerboards were donated to Sanford's Children's Hospital. Wahpeton for their 3 Cheers for 3 Beans coffee activity. Wahpeton FFA created an FFA-themed drink to be sold during National FFA Week to bring awareness and encourage people to shop local. 125 limited edition FFA drinks were sold. The premier chapter winner in building communities is the Wahpeton FFA chapter. The premier chapter finalists in strengthening agriculture are Napoleon for their Walled Dairy Trip with elementary activity. The purpose of the Walled Dairy Trip was to expose students to where dairy products come from. Napoleon FFA officers took the 3rd grade class on a trip to Walled Dairy for some hands-on learning. Richland 44 for their Harvest for Life project. Richland 44 members wanted to earn money to use to host future service projects. Members collected soybean donations and sold them. 14 producers donated soybeans that raised $8,213.08. Scranton for their Glow Golf activity. Scranton FFA members worked with FFA alumni and supporters and created a community-wide Glow Golf fundraiser. 17 teams participated in the event, and the money raised helped Scranton FFA members attend National FFA Convention. The premier chapter winner in strengthening agriculture is the Scranton FFA chapter.
Thank you, Regan. Throughout this past year, there have been many people who have inspired me. Members, advisors, and teammates. Next up is someone who has inspired me so much. I call upon Logan Maddock to introduce your State Vice President, Haley Maddock, for her retiring address.
Hi everyone, my name is Logan Maddock and I am Haley's younger brother. Haley is and continues to be a great role model for everyone, especially for myself and the rest of our siblings. Haley's greatest asset is her determination and focus. She works hard on everything that she puts her mind to and always strives to complete the task as close to perfection as possible. I couldn't be more proud of her for what she has accomplished, and I couldn't be happier to call her my sister. She has been a great leader for me and other members in our Maddock A.S. Gibbons FFA chapter. Haley has a passion for FFA that runs deep in our family, all the way back to our great-grandfather. She has a kind heart and has had a positive effect in many lives. Our family is so proud of her. North Dakota FFA, I would like to introduce you to my sister and your 2022-2023 State Vice President, Haley Maddock.
All the headlines, all the midnights, chasing all that empty, still ain't got it right. All the crazy, all the gypsy, I guess all I'm saying is forgive me if I don't know what I'm doing. I'm still learning to be human. So far I've been good at...
I don't know a perfect person. I only know flawed people who are still worth loving. This is a quote from my favorite author, John Green, and when I say it's something I'm still learning, I mean it. Since I was young, I can remember countless times when I sincerely believed that I wouldn't be loved if I didn't do something perfectly. I've always been confused as to where these thoughts came from because from the beginning, my parents have told me that as long as I did my best, they would be proud of me. Just recently, I realized that this message might have gotten lost in translation because I went from doing my best to thinking that my best had to be perfect. Not only did these unreachable standards contribute to my worries when it came to being loved, but they also caused extreme issues when it came to anxiety and the part that it would play in my entire life. You see, anxiety has been my companion for as long as I can remember. Feeling physically sick before elementary concerts, high school basketball games, FFA competitions, and literally any event that wasn't part of my daily life became my new normal. And eventually it worked its way into the little things too. I began to experience insecurity like never before and lost all confidence in who I was and my abilities. Every morning I would wake up and tell myself, just make it through today. It might sound cheesy, but I stopped living and started surviving. Throughout this time, I got very good at disguising my anxiety and putting on a happy face. Even as I danced and smiled on stage at last year's state convention, holding the number 2 and awaiting the naming of next year's state vice president, my mind raced with how my family would react to me not getting a state office. My mind raced with how my parents would react to me not getting a state office. It didn't feel real when my name was called, and I wish I could say all uncertainty in myself stopped there, but it didn't. Even as I ran my victory lap around the convention hall, my mind filled with all of the new responsibility I had, and if I was even qualified to be a state officer. It wasn't until a couple of months later, when my relationship with God became more of a priority, that I saw my life begin to turn around. I learned that God has a plan for me, and no matter what happens, there is nothing I can do to get in the way of that plan. I came to understand that Jesus loves me unconditionally, and he shows me that love every day through the people he surrounds me with. I finally accepted that even when I didn't reach those high standards I'd set, the people around me were still proud of my effort and loved me through it all. As I grew as a Christian, I also grew as a person and started to let go of my anxieties and fears because, in all reality, the only thing that mattered anymore was that I had people and God who provided me with constant support and love. Don't get me wrong, I definitely still get nervous sometimes, but I've stopped allowing those nerves control the way I live my life. Ever since I can remember, I have struggled with the idea of being perfect and thought that if I wasn't perfect, I wouldn't be loved. The idea of being human and making mistakes absolutely terrified me. This led to extreme anxiety and the inability to live and enjoy every day. A smart man named Dwight Schrute once said, "You only live once." False. You only die once. You live every day. I know from experience that when you expect the world of yourself, you lose yourself and stop living. The days bleed into each other and finding joy becomes impossible. But if you take every day as an opportunity to be grateful for the people who love you and to do the best you can, life becomes worth living. North Dakota FFA, let go of your fears and know that you are loved because you are human.
All the headlines, all the midnights, chasing all that empty, still ain't got it right. All the crazy, all the gypsy, I guess all I'm saying is forgive me if I don't know what I'm doing.
This year has definitely been one to remember, and I owe it to all of the amazing people who have supported me. First, I'd like to thank my family. Dad, Mom, Logan, Caitlin, JC, Graydon, and Clayton. Thank you for always pushing me to be my best and for being my constant reminder that no matter what, I am surrounded by love. To my friends, thank you for all the laughs when I was stressed out and for hanging out with me even when I wasn't the most fun to be around. Nikki, Craig, Rebecca, and Susie, thank you for keeping our team on task no matter how far we got off track and for putting up with our shenanigans. Mr. Wald and the Maddox Ace Gibbons FFA chapter, thank you for supporting me in this big dream and for all the great memories. To my team, I have never met a group of people that made me so comfortable to be myself and could make even the most serious situations funny. I will truly miss the rides in Wyatt's mom car and the late night Walmart runs. To North Dakota FFA, you made 7th grade Haley's dream come true, and for that I am forever grateful. Lastly, to God, I know now more than ever that you have a plan for me to give me a future and a hope, and I pray my life will bring glory to your name.
Mom and Dad, get up here.
All the headlines, all the midnights, chasing all that empty, still ain't got it right. All the crazy, all the gypsy, I guess all I'm saying is forgive me if I don't know what I'm doing.
North Dakota FFA, I am proud to present to you my parents, Justin and Rachel Maddox.
So far I've been good at burning bridges. Strike a match and ride right out of town.
Get up here,
Bless
guys.
your heart from here, trying down. All the headlights, all the midnights, chasing all that empty, still ain't got it right. All the crazy, all the gypsy, I guess all I'm saying is forgive me if I don't know what I'm doing. I'm still learning to be human.
Throughout this past year, you have been a ray of sunshine for our team. Your contagious laugh, impeccable music taste, and Jesus-loving nature are just some of the admirable qualities we have been blessed to experience. You're a loving friend to each and every person you meet, listening and offering advice when needed. A true embodiment of a leader. We, Haley Jean, we have been beyond blessed to serve this past year alongside you. We love you. Thank you for serving the state of North Dakota. North Dakota FFA, I present to you your 2022-2023 North Dakota FFA State Vice President, Haley Maddock.
All the headlights, all the midnights, chasing all that empty, still ain't got it right. All the crazy, all the gypsy, I guess all I'm saying is forgive me if I don't know what I'm doing.
We are students of the land. This land has taught us that the best way to learn is to do, that we are only as strong as our communities, that integrity and responsibility must be mutual, and that the smartest answers often come from the simplest beginnings. And while there are many ways to lead, the FFA way stands out. Through FFA, we transform into ourselves, the natural-born leaders, modern-day creators, and dedicated seekers of the 21st century. We practice now so we can become what the world needs next. We study the science of life and nature in order to grow. We use technology to improve medicine and strengthen businesses. We rethink traditions in order to create food safety for decades to come. And we respect our earth as much as we respect each other. We are students of our past, called to solve for today, so that we may lead for the future for all. We are FFA.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves for an out-of-this-world experience as we unveil our talent up next. Hold on to your seats and prepare to have your jaws drop because we have a talent that's about to rock your socks off. Please turn to the left and enjoy the musical talents of Ty McDonald of the Business Chapter on the ND FFA Talent Stage, sponsored by the Grant County FFA Chapter.
Let me turn this up. North Dakota FFA, how we doing? That's good to hear. How was the first day of convention? Pretty good? Can I try that again? How was first day of convention? Yeah, there we go. My name is Ty McDonald from the Bismarck FFA chapter, and I was going to ask you all if you were still awake, but after everything that took place tonight, I sure hope you are. Those are some very wise words from Haley, and I hope you don't miss them. But I'm going to play a little country song for y'all, if you don't mind. And it's a bit of an older song, and if you know the words, I would just love it if you sang along. If you don't, that's all right. It goes a little something like this. This is Folsom Prison Blues by Johnny Cash. I hear that train a-comin', it's a-rollin' around the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps a-moving on down the San Antone. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. I bet there's rich folks eating in a fancy dining car. They're probably drinking coffee, smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming. I know I can't be free. But those people keep moving, and that's what tortures me. Well, if they freed me from this prison, if that railroad train was mine, I'd bet I'd move it on a little farther down the line. Far from Folsom Prison, that's where I'd want to stay. And I'd let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away. Thank you, FFA. Have a wonderful evening.
Wow, that was great. We have some really talented FFA members. What a great kickoff to the 2023 North Dakota FFA Convention. And the best part, it's only the beginning of this crazy week. Be sure to meet us right back here tomorrow at 7 p.m. for our second general session where we have even more excitement in store. Madam Secretary, do you have a record of any further business which shall now be transacted?
I do, Madam President. Be sure to stop by the Career and Education Fair tomorrow from 1 to 4 p.m. on the east side of A. Glen Hill Center. The fair will feature FFA sponsors, agriculture businesses, colleges, games, and the ND FFA Talent Stage. This is the only way to receive the official 2023 FFA State Convention t-shirt. There are 3 great door prizes to register for. See your convention program or the app for more details. We cannot wait to see you all there. Advisors, the final team times for the Agricultural Technology and Mechanical System CDE are posted in the office and have been emailed to the listserv. Please review and share the final times with your team. The schedule for those members in Courtesy Corps is on the foundation table in the southwest corner of the field house. That is all, Madam President.
Does any member know of any new or unfinished business which shall properly come before this session? We are about to join the session of the 94th North Dakota FFA State Convention. As we mingle with others, let us be diligent in labor, just in our dealings, courteous to everyone, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, please join me in salute to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I now declare the session adjourned.
Stop